Hello, welcome back to the farm. This is James Henderson. I'm a fifth generation rancher in southern Colorado in the San Luis Valley, and I'm here with a very special guest in the tractor today. This is Kendall Martin. Kendall, why don't you introduce yourself and tell them what you're doing?
I'm a senior from Bear Creek High School, and I'm part of a program where we go on a bunch of field trips, and through these trips we learn from experience instead of from sitting in a classroom. So for the week we're living with farm families all across Colorado and just kind of seeing what this life's about, because I'm from Denver, so this is definitely not what I'm used to, but it's been fun.
So Kendall's from the suburbs of Denver, and in conjunction with Colorado Farm Bureau, they've been doing this program for years and years, and this is the first year we've hosted a student, and it's been an absolute delight to get to know Kendall, and she's a great kid, and it's been a great experience, hopefully for both of us. But Kendall, what was the thing you were most afraid of, or your kind of fear before you came down?
Probably just the differences in our lifestyles and opinions, and I was very nervous to meet somebody who had a completely different background than I did, but it turned out great. We have a lot of similarities, but we also have differences, and it's really interesting talking about them and kind of seeing things from a different point of view.
Yeah, and that was kind of the same for us. Kendall is a vegetarian, and to come down to a cattle ranch, you know, to be honest, I was a little nervous to see what was going to happen there, and it worked out actually pretty well, I think, for both of us. And we were able to accommodate her and with her diet, and we learned a little bit from her about that. So, and you know, she has a solid foundation, I think, of why she's chosen to be on a vegetarian diet. And I guess we're supportive of her in that. So, what's the weirdest thing you learned about Kendall?
Well, definitely the weirdest thing I saw was I saw a cow giving birth for the first time. I can't even describe it. It was very strange, but I learned a lot through that, just kind of watching it, and I had James describing like kind of all the background of the AI and the cow health and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, and it was very different than what I would have learned in a classroom about farming, so it was weird and cool to see.
And as you may have noticed, we are out in the tractor, and Kendall is driving with the aid of a little bit GPS, but she's turning them around on the end of the rows, and she's been out here a little bit on the tractor. What have you thought about that, Kendall?
It's been a lot of fun learning something new. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get to have this experience again. I've definitely never thought I would do something like this, but it's been very fun, very different.
Yeah, so Kendall's actually a pretty quick study, and so I think even the first day, full day we were out, I left her alone plowing for a little while, and I think it freaked her out just a little bit when I drove off, but she didn't break anything. All of my other employees this week have broken everything they've touched, so I guess get a city person if you don't want your equipment to be broke down all the time. So Kendall, do you feel, based on this experience, if you heard somebody kind of bad-mouthing all farmers do this, or this is what it's like, that you would have a little different perspective from the experience in the program?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my friends and I, we are from a very different lifestyle, and so we don't really know what this is about, and so when people talk about this kind of lifestyle, we've never lived it like this. We don't really know what it's about, but after experiencing and living with the Hendersons, it's been a great time. I definitely understand a lot more about all the time and expense and patience it takes to be a farmer or rancher.
Do you have any questions for me, Kendall?
What's your favorite part about being a farmer?
So my favorite part is also the part that I like the least about it, and that's just the challenge. You know, we have just so many variables between the markets, between the weather, things that pop up in the cattle herd that we have to take care of, and then just making the finances of all of it work. It's a huge challenge to come together. And most days I like the fight and like to get after it, but there's a few days every once in a while I feel pretty whipped. But just want to commend Bear Creek and Colorado Farm Bureau for the program that they've put together, and it's a great experience. I think in agriculture we need to do more of these things, have folks out to the farm and really just allow the book of our life to be open to others, and like Kendall said, we don't agree on every little piece of policy or politics, but I think we have a good mutual respect for each other, and I think that's at the end of the day what it's really about. And glad to have had you, Kendall.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast. I've learned so much.
We're gonna miss you. We'll talk to you later.